it's Bree. Welcome back to my channel. So here I chat about tech, fashion, and lifestyle. So if that's something that you're into, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you've already subscribed, hello, welcome back. Make sure you click that notification bell because I want y'all to know whenever I post a new video. Like, I'm still getting the hang of what days are best to post. So I want you to just click that notification bell so you're alerted whenever I post a new video. And if you're really into this content, you like the idea of this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up to let me know to keep going. Okay, so today's video, I am super excited because when I created this YouTube channel like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I wanted it to be all about tech, fashion, and lifestyle, hence the headline, right? And I just feel like I've done tons of fashion videos, a little bit of lifestyle, but I really was not sure about where to start with my tech content. How should I launch it? How should I start? What should I say? But when I finally announced my first full-time tech job. So I've worked other tech jobs here and there, but my first full-time tech job as a data analyst, I have gotten an outpour of comments and questions from people that I know, from people that I don't know, on all different types of social media. I've always wanted to go viral, and I've gone kind of viral on LinkedIn of all places. And so I've had tons of people on my LinkedIn reach out to me with tons of questions about how can I transition into tech. So I thought that was a great series for me to do and to really start launching my tech content on my channel. So today's video, I'm going to kickstart a transition into tech series. And today it's really going to be all about me giving you guys 5 key things that I think you should start with when you are interested in transitioning your career into tech. So I'm a data analyst / data scientist / data engineer, depending on where I'm working and who I'm working for. But I really wanted to start this with more just an overarching umbrella of tech things, because I don't want any of my viewers to feel that they need to just do what I do, right? Like, you don't have to do what I do. There are so many things out there in the tech world for people to hop into. It's so many things. So I really want to just give y'all these 5 things so that y'all can get a sense of a great place to start, right? And then my next series, if you guys leave me any comments of questions that you have, I will definitely incorporate those into the future episodes, series, videos. But I also have some ideas of things that I want to do as well, and of course those things will begin to get a little bit more targeted towards what I do in the data world, right? Data realm. And so the 5 things to begin with when you want to transition your career into tech. The first thing, I want to say the first 2 things that I have are going to be really internal, soul searching, self-care, me time. I want you to dig deep into yourself. I want you to take inventory of your strengths and what you think that you're good at. So if you are transitioning a career into tech, then more than likely you have began another career. You have began another track, whether you've worked only your entry-level jobs, if you've only worked in college, you've worked somewhere. I'm really sure that you've worked somewhere. If you began some type of training, some type of education in some direction that can be very essential and a great asset to any tech career that you're interested in. So I think that that's a great place to start. I would encourage you to really take an inventory of the things that you are good at and really just hype yourself up for a minute. Like, really, like, oh yeah, I know I'm a beast at doing presentations. I'm a beast at talking to people and efficiently communicating. I want you to really think about all those things, because that's going to play a key part in you deciding what career path is good for you. But then even when you go even further into tweaking your resume, interviewing, all of those things, it's going to be really essential. And the great thing about tech is that tech is going to transfer, I feel, all of your skills, all of your soft skills, your hard skills can transition so well into any tech career, because when you think about it, every company has tech. So let's say that you like fashion. Fashion companies, think about Savage Fenty. Savage Fenty has tech. They have apps. They have website interfaces, they have, you know, recommendation engines to identify what Savage Fenty item is best for you. So many things. So you can transfer if you've worked in merchandising, if you've worked in retail, like, hey, I worked at Forever 21, all of that could transfer. So I want you to really think about the skills that you have and what they can transfer, right? My second thing for you, after you've identified what you are really good at and what you just great skills that you have, the next thing will be to identify things that you like and things that you really want in a career. So some things that I'm good at, and I've seen so many people talk about this, like some things they're good at, they do not want to do as a career. They do not want to do every day. They do not want that to be their source of income. So be honest with yourself in this time and really identify what are the things that you like to do for a career path and what are things that you want out of a career. And so the want is really important, and that can almost be its own separate thing. So let's make that 2.B, like 2B, and make 2A the separate, you know. Okay, but 2B is like what you want out of your career. So like for me, I know that I want kids one day, right? And so I want to be able to take off for a really, really long time when I have children, like at least 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, something. So I would really like a career where I can do consulting work and do things on my own flexible schedule, where I can still be with my kids all the time, do all the things that they need from me. And so that's why it's really important to identify those types of things and what you want in a career, because there are going to be some tech jobs that may require you to be in office. There may be some tech jobs that you can do literally anywhere in the world, or even if there's anywhere in the world, some may demand more of your time versus doing web development where I'm just hopping and I'm doing a website here, I'm off, I'm doing a website here, then I'm off, I'm relaxing, you know, pick and choose. So that's so important, and you really identifying what you want, right? So after you've done the soul searching and after you've listed your wants and your likes and all of those things, now it's time for number 3. Research. Research, research, research. This is going to be the bulk of your work, and the bulk of your time is going to be spent researching. You should research the different tech fields that seem of the most interest to you. So if you feel that one of your likes was being creative, then maybe UI, user interface design, user experience design, app development, website developer, maybe even software developer, games, all of those types of things that may be of interest to you. So really would be a great thing for you to Google search those different fields, see what actual coding languages are needed in those fields. So what skill sets do most of those people have? And a lot of times on websites you can find the soft skills. They'll say maybe being creative or having an open mind, or you know, all those types of things. But then they'll also have those hard skills. So what coding languages do you really need to know for your skills? I mean, what coding languages you really need to know for that job, and even get a little bit of insight on what that type of job is like. On YouTube there are tons of videos on just a day in the life of a web designer. There's also tons of different intro videos on either the day in the life of different tech jobs, people showing just what they do on the job, but also just an intro course. So what I do for a local tech school that we have in Nashville, I teach a 101 intro to data analytics. So I'm giving them the rundown on what that profession is like, what different skill sets are needed for that profession, and what those skill sets are taught and how they're taught at that boot camp. Because I teach for that boot camp. And so I think that it would be great for you to look on YouTube and look for any introductory videos that they have on these fields, and really search and find if you can see insights on what the day in the life, what type of skills are needed. All of those types of things would be really helpful to you. Next, I have researching people. which is a really interesting concept. It can be weird to some people, but I love searching people on LinkedIn. That was a huge thing for me when I was first starting my journey. I of course ran into the whole data profession field on the job when I was working in the hospital environment or the research environment, working alongside different data scientists and statisticians. That's what really got me interested. And so I would first off even search the people's names that I worked alongside. So a lot of people would just have in their bio, or not their bio, in their email little description, their signature, the email signature, they would have their title, and maybe if they had a website, a lot of times different labs would have websites. So I would search people and read over their CV, see what they went to school for, what different technical skills they have. But then I would also just find other people. I would just literally search data scientists on LinkedIn, and all these data scientists would pop up, and I would just click different people's pages to see what skills they had, what type of projects and things that they did, and where they went to school, what they studied, tons of things. Like literally looking at their path to success and seeing how it you know, weaves into my path and similarities, and seeing, oh, this is unique, that's a cool way that they did this. Different skill sets that they learn. Like on LinkedIn, they have the list of all those different skills that people say that they have, and endorsements and different things. So I love searching LinkedIn. I think that's a great place to look. And that actually takes me to my, what number is this? To my 5th. Is this my 5th? I think this is my 5th one. So this takes me to my favorite, I think, other than searching and stalking people, I love networking, right? And people always talk about networking, and I think when I first started, and I think just in a career, I think in my early career, networking was like one of those words everybody's like, oh, here they come again talking about networking. Who wants to hear about that? But no, networking really pays off. Like I feel like it's literally why I am in the position I am now. So basically, when I first started really pursuing the tech field, I was in school and studied for it and different things, and I joined different meetups. And so meetup.com is where you can find local groups devoted to different technical skill sets, which is awesome. So I joined a lot of different groups. They have the Pythonistas, which are like just different women learning Python. They have Black Codes here in Nashville, which is a Black in tech organization. And I also joined Code for Nashville, which is a meetup group that's all about helping code for civic, community, social reasons, right? So I joined all of those different meetups, and I was really nice, and I really worked with everyone. This is all volunteer based, so everything that you do is volunteer work. We have fun together. All of it is just really like, I'm not trying to get anything out of you. And of course, because people can read that, they can read, okay, you're just trying to meet me because you're trying to get some information. So it was totally not like that, and that's why I really suggest people to do that early on, before you even start the career search. Just really start gaining those relationships with people while you're still learning. That way, when you're working on a course, hey, I'm learning Java, I have this question, or I'm working on this project, I have this question, you can ask those people, and that really builds relationships with them. And so I had about a good solid year of building relationships with people before COVID happened. And so when the pandemic happened, I was reached out to by Code for Nashville just from their relationship with me and my personality and all those types of things. They asked me to come on board and help with a tech project to help give, we worked on an app that can help local nonprofits in Nashville deliver goods and services to different people in the community affected by COVID-19. So it was a great project to work on, and I mean, it was a great thing to have on your resume. Like all the places I applied to, they loved it. They ate that thing up, honey. And so it was just a great opportunity. And then I also was reached out, and it was paid. I forgot to mention that. It was paid, and it was paid very well, and it was a part-time thing. I think it was about 10 hours a week or something, and it paid very well. And then I was also reached out to for a tech project that I'm actually working on right now that's about 10 hours a week, and I've been doing that for a while, and I'm actually a data engineer for that project. And I met him through a meetup as well. I met him through the Code for Nashville, and then I met him at a different conference. So of course that was before COVID, but tech conferences, different things, I encourage you all to join those. So I did a lot of talking about meetup, but LinkedIn actually has a lot of different groups as well. And the thing about the LinkedIn groups, they appear on your page somehow. I wasn't that big on the LinkedIn groups, but I had an interview, one of my first interviews. A recruiter was like, hey, so have you been in the LinkedIn groups? You should join some of the LinkedIn like meetups or something. And I was like, I haven't even really thought about that before, but when he mentioned that, right when I got off the call, I went in and started searching and added myself there. And so basically different recruiters, they actually search through those groups. They search through those groups to find people to reach out to as well. So that's a great place to hop on, and that's easy because you're already on LinkedIn anyway, so hopping on there is not really that difficult. Where else did I have in? Oh, Clubhouse. Y'all, I love Clubhouse. Like, so many people are like over, like they got on that bandwagon and they got off. But for me, I love Clubhouse. So there's actually a group on Clubhouse, Black Women Getting Into Tech. And if any of y'all are watching this, hey y'all, love y'all. So Black Women Getting Into Tech was a Clubhouse group that I hopped on. And when I tell you, like, all the gems, pearls of wisdom, all the things just overflowing to my life, I'm so thankful for that group. And so in that group, I met women from around the country who are like some bosses, major bosses in the data world, the tech world, cybersecurity, web development, software engineers, everything. So it's a great group to be in. And I actually met a woman. There was a panel that they were doing about people getting into tech, but every week it has a different focus. And so this one was focused on, I think, AI, automation, something like that. But she was just like a really top woman at a Fortune 500 company, and I loved her. And so I reached out to her, and she ended up being so responsive, so nice. And I ended up asking her a few questions about the upcoming interviews I had, and she just was really responsive, and it was an amazing opportunity. So I encourage you all to really network and jump into those groups. Speak up, let yourself be known. I mean, on Clubhouse, it's nothing to raise your hand and say, hey, I want to chat. You hop on there, ask a few questions. The thing about Clubhouse, when you are on the stage asking those questions, so many more people can see your face. They can learn more about you. They're more inclined to click your name and go to your different links. So that's what I really like to do when I'm on there too. I think that's a great thing for you to do. And I'm super excited about this series, y'all. I'm about to give y'all the rundown so all y'all can come get this coin with me and just hop on this journey with me. I'm so excited. So if y'all have any other questions about just getting into tech, how do you start, even if you have things about data analytics, if you don't have things about data analytics, leave them in the comments below, and I'm going to get to all of them and incorporate them into these different series videos that I have planned. So thanks so much for watching. Until next time, bye.